franchise mode series, and today we are gonna do a franchise mode of Ryan Fixel, the franchise mode, and he's gonna go. We're gonna do fantasy draft, so we don't know what he's
Start your
going to,
season with recommended
yeah.
settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
Player. What should we do? He's gonna be a quarterback, so that's all we know. We're gonna do what's West Coast. That's new. Use the shorter passes and set up big plays on play action. But not as accurate when announcing. Big arm strength, but not accurate on mobile. Field general. Better accuracy and arm strength, but not very mobile. Okay, let's do West Coast. Draft pick. So he's a quarterback that went to college at San Diego State. So, guys, I might not use Mike as much, but this is what he is. I might do it just for this episode, but I'm doing a live stream for this. I don't know how to record. Actually, I do know how to record on PS4, but it's just weird how to record on here. So, Ryan Fixel is the quarterback's name. He will be number 1, and he is right-handed. Let me go to San Diego State. Oh, I passed it. So he's a quarterback from San Diego State. I just passed it again. There you go. What's his helmet? No, he's 6'6". He weighs exactly 200 pounds. No, he weighs exactly 202 pounds. He's 20 years old. Let's get the skin tone. There we go. That's him so far. Go around 4. Let's go next. Let's do flex, because I like that. And wait, is there another one? Nope. Bar. Let's do that. Speed flex robot. No, actually. Let's do that. Speed flex 3 bar single with riddle. Speed flex. Let's do a dark visor. Smoke actually looks pretty cool, but dark. So nope. Yeah. So sleeveless. Yep. Do that. Black. There we go. Coach, let's do black to blend in with it. Or normal. Towel normal. I think that's good. Shoes. Let's see here. They're cool shoes. I don't. Oh yes, 99 Club Nike 4 Savage Elite. I like that. Let's see. No, I don't like that. Slinger. I don't like Slinger at all. Pocket. Pocket would be, any of these pockets would be good for mine, for what I'm doing. it really, I like traditional as well. Traditional looks nice. Generic. Wait, generic's just one. Show it. Yeah, I might do generic because it's just one. But traditional, I like all the traditionals. I'm just gonna go start from traditional one. Hmm. Two looks nice. They all look about the same though. Except five. Four looks like the cleanest. Six. I like six. It's like all the way through. I like that. Eight. Nope. Nine. Nope. 10. Nope. 11. Nope. 12. Nope. 13. Nope. Let's see 14. Nope. Generic. I'm gonna do six. Was it? Six is like the cleanest, so I'll do traditional six, and that's it. I'll start out with 80 overall. That's not that bad. Continue. I think the lead settings are decent. Let's do pro. I'll do all pro. But all Madden, I remember when I did that, and it didn't turn out well. I threw so many picks, so all pro is probably better. And pro's pretty hard for me, but you know. Let's do fast. No, normal's good. Competitive. Yeah, competitive. League. It doesn't matter. I'm doing an offline league, I think. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. I don't think. I want to do instant starter off, actually. I think the rest is good. 6 minutes is good. Yeah, I think the rest is good. So, let's do that. And, I don't like the face. Whatever. I mean, that'll good. That'll be good. Start our fantasy draft, so let's see where I'm getting drafted. I just chose the Cardinals, but I don't think you're not going to be on the Cardinals unless you get the Cardinals. So yeah, that is me. I'm going to get my thing set up. Start draft. Let's start drafting. Who did I get drafted by? Simming draft. Let's see who I get drafted by, guys. It looks like I'm in the... Wait, does it say what round you're in? Oh boy. Let's see what round you're in. I don't think it does. It does not say what round you're in. Because if I was in a round, I'd be later rounds. A little later. At least.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Oh my god, I got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. That's terrible. Oh my god. Who's on my team? Oh, I got Michael Thomas as a wide receiver and Doug. Oh, I got so many targets. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Oh, I have Carlos Hyde too. Okay, I think my team's gonna be great. I think my team's just gonna be great. It's a rookie year from San Diego State. Okay. I think it's gonna be. Ooh, okay. I see how it is. Okay. Running backs. Okay, I see. Oh, I don't have a fullback. Okay. Got Ted Tiggin. Pyramid. Pretty decent. Fowler Jr. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, who's my tight end? Darren Fells. He's pretty decent. Do I have good guards? What's his overall? 79. Not very good. Oh, I'm gonna be getting rushed at. My linemen are terrible. I'm gonna be rushed at. Okay. Guys, I'm getting rushed gosh, Dad. Okay, this is a good team, I think. Let's start with our training. We're gonna do week 1, pre-season, at the Giants. We're gonna do my thing. Okay. I'm getting drafted by the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna take them to the Super Bowl, hopefully. This is the first ever season for the NFL in my league. So, let's do this.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Okay. Ow! Oh, I got demolished. See, my line's terrible.
319! 319!
Fellas again? Oh, and that should have been picked. Darn, this is practice, man. I'm terrible. Okay, good thing I'm practicing. Oh my god, jeez, what is wrong with me? I'm gonna be doing this since I'm a rookie. Okay, I got my first completion. It wasn't even much. Okay, Ultra is gonna be hard. Yeah, let's go. What did I get?
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Bronze, not very good. I'm ready for preseason.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
It's my preseason game, actually. Oh, they're 82 overall, we're 79. We're terrible. I just realized how bad we are. Well, hopefully I don't throw any picks. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna go. Then Marvin Jones Jr., okay. I think Marvin Jones Jr. should be rated a little higher. He's actually really good.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing is new.
This is Carlos Hyde, the former 49er, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll look to throw. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Darren Fells from 10 yards out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. He'll look to throw. Open man, the tight end Fells. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Let's go to the next preseason week. Who we versing next? Versing the Bills. Okay. Start training. Training, guys. Second training of this week.
All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week. Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Wow, he caught that, I think. Yeah, he caught that one.
Here we go now.
Green
Green 39! Green!
Yeah! One more catch.
All right,
Gold.
you've got one shot left. We are going for gold.
No, I didn't get gold. I got silver.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can find that next level.
This is Ryan Dixell, 80 overall quarterback from San Diego State. Won the Heisman Trophy winner. He was the Heisman Trophy winner 2017 and 2016. What can he do here? 2 Heisman trophies. What can he do here?
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you... They go play action here on first down. He finds his running back, Hyde, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Looking to throw. Fells has it, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And then that's his first pick.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on the attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They'll set up to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Doubling this guy.
I see how it is.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 14-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And incomplete here on third down. And the Browns getting set to go. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give to Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. William Golston in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him...
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. William Golston in there to drop. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dante Hightower able to drop him for a loss of 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll get it in the hands of Baldwin. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll drop to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're
we're the Super Bowl champions now.
Hey, everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on...
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. I don't think it's a surprise. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, if you're going to get... And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles.
Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will return this one. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 6 there, but now it's third. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll set up a throw. He dumps it to Hyde. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Back to throw here.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now the Eagles going to... And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
Now back to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Handoff comes to Hyde. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with... Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan
Like right there.
in there to sack him for a loss of 6. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his second. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
23 yards on the play.
I'm care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always said that being a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. On play action, they'll throw. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now yet another incomplete. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat for Hyde. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
It's a gain of 5, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guy playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Open man, the tight end fails. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Rolling to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on this.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on E.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And Gibbs got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone.
And he's going to go down again. It's the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Gerald Everett, 68 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll drop to throw. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And this is caught by Fells right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. First down, a run with Hyde. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. John Timu in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away. They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Baldwin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw again. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head in. All right, we will see. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Fells has it, left side. Oh, and now he bowls it over. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Gone!
Attempt carry for Hyde. And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now back to throw. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
All right, now.
They run high. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Ends up a nice second down for them.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He'll get it up the middle. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to reach?
And he'll take it in the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown as a Cleveland Brown. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get there. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, Hyde. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, it's Hyde, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of the... The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Browns, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, They obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.